Rabbit.
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 We're having rabbit.
Race.
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 Race riots. The zoot suit.
Racial.
Racial. Racial. Racial. Racial.
Mitchell made this racial.
So you had to choose sides.
Rack.
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 What can we do?
This rack looks like pretty full.
Coming up.
Racket.
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 Racket. Effective.
Take that racket outside!
Radar.
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 Thank you. Radar.
Radiant.
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 Elegant. Cultured. Radiant. Victorian.
My stars, you positively radiate ambition, don't you? Bravo, no.
Radical.
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 Whoa, radical.
Radio.
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 Radio. Radioactive.
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 Clear meltdown. Anything metal can be radioactive.
Radius.
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 A half a mile blast radius.
Rag.
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 Got a do-rag or something?
Rage.
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 You feeling rage?
I'd love it.
Raid.
Raid. Raid. Raid.
Raid.
A message.
Gonzo had just led a raid on a restaurant that was distributing.
Rail.
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 Where that railroad?
Rain.
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 Rainbow.
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 Fall like a rainbow. What grilled cheese.
Raise.
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 Joffrey, raise the gate!
As planet-friendly choices, we rake in serious coin. Wow. Okay.
Rally.
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 British Trans-Arabian Rally.
Random.
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 What's going on? Random search. Let's get everyone out of bed.
Range.
Range. Range.
Range.
Range.
Mammals. Mountain range. Asteroid. Boom!
Rank.
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 No memories, no fear, no rank. And as for you,
Rape.
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 A crime now? No, sir. Rape is.
Rapid.
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 Grade. The most rapid onset I've ever seen.
Rare.
Rare. Rare.
Rare.
Rare.
It's just rare.
Rarely.
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 If I'm not mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken.
Rash.
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 Rash. Rash.
Please, senor, don't be too rash. It's way too early.
Rat.
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 Rate.
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 Rate. Rate.
What's your rate?
Rather.
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 And rather sneezy.
Ratio.
Ratio. Ratio. Ratio. Ratio.
Where the only perfect thing is the owl to rat ratio.
So you own this?
Rational.
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 There's no rational explanation.
Raw.
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 Magellan's product, the raw intel.
Ray.
Ray. Ray.
Ray.
Ray.
Mr. Crew.
Razor.
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 Hey, Razor.
Reach.
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 Reach. Reach.
Can you reach those?
React.
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 And I won't react.
Read.
Read. Read.
Read, read.
Read. Read.
Read.
FedEx 88. Do you read?
Reader.
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 There's a certain irony in that, dear reader. Because our heroine was...
Readily.
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 Excellent.
Reading.
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 Excuse me.
Difficulty reading, hearing wrong words.
Ready.
Ready. Ready.
Ready.
Ready.
Get ready.
Real.
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 How wild?
Real wild.
They got mosquitoes.
You'll realize that soon enough.
Realistic.
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 Food. I'm realistic. Change the face of it.
Reality.
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 Biology dictates reality.
Really.
Really.
Really?
Really. Really.
Really, really close.
Realm.
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 To the realm eternal.
Curse blade shall reap.
Rear.
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 Rear. Rear exit's clear. You got 3 minutes before.
Reason.
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 No reason.
Reasonable.
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 Peter, she's reasonable. I think I can at least...
Rebel.
Rebel. Rebel.
Rebel. Rebel.
Rebel. Rebel.
Rebel.
Sure.
Look, everybody wants to rebel. I mean, for me...
Rebellion.
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 Come in. A rebellion has begun. Recall.
Recall. Recall.
Recall. Recall.
Recall. Recall.
Recall. Recall.
Stay here. Make might recall. Warren, even if she does.
Preventing the paradox has caused the temporal storms to recede. We reverse some of the data.
Receipt.
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 Get a receipt.
Receive.
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 I received medication.
For what?
Recent.
Recent. Recent. Recent. Recent.
To wonder, in recent days...
Reception.
Reception.
Reception. Reception.
Reception.
Wow, really good reception here.
Recipe.
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 Right there. Karen's pot roast recipe.
Recipient.
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 We'll look for another recipient.
Reciprocal.
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 Now, one simple reciprocal gesture from you, and you could be on your way home tomorrow.
Recite crimes one by one, then execute.
Reckless.
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 He's reckless, undisciplined. We need a scalpel.
Reckon.
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 Don't reckon it's for hunting buck.
And reclaim!
Recognition.
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 Welcome to the department's official facial recognition database.
Recognize.
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 Bo, anyone you recognize?
Recommend. Recommend. Recommend.
Recommend.
Recommend.
I recommend speech 217.
Record.
Record. Record. Record.
Record.
Record. Record.
Record message.
Recorder.
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 ED.
Event data recorder. It's like the little black box.
Recover.
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 Yes. Recover. Fine.
Recovery.
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 Recovery kit, fix coordinates now!
Recreation.
Recreation. Recreation.
Recreation. Recreation.
It is but a recreation. True strategic mastery.
Recruit.
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 So who's this? Another recruit?
Rectangle.
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 No thanks. Fried rectangle. No thanks. Octagon.
Rectify.
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 Rectify the situation.
Could a psychogenic fugue recur?
Almost never.
Yes.
Ready!
Not anymore.
Red.
Red.
Red. Red.
Red.
Red is wrong.
Reduce.
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 They'll reduce Jason's sentence.
Okay.
Reduction.
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 Therapist. I specialize in accent reduction.
So Daniel was...
Read.
Read. Read. Read. Read.
Of her fiancé, Major Henry Reed Rathbone.
Traction rail, correct. Disconnect block locking.
Refer.
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 This is what we in the weather game refer to as a high-pressure system.
Reference.
Reference.
Reference. Reference.
Reference.
Die Hard? I don't understand the reference.
Can you refine his readings?
I can try.
Send them.
Reflect.
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 Certain rooms reflect the personalities of the occupants.
Reflection.
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 They're a reflection. Remember what he did?
Reform.
Reform. Reform.
Reform.
Reform. Reform.
Reform.
A reform-minded man who uses
Refrain.
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 Normally I refrain from alcohol, but since my cerebral cortex...
Take a second. I'll just refresh.
Refreshment.
Refreshment. Refreshment. Refreshment. Refreshment.
Offers a Prime Minister refreshment nor a chair.
Refuge.
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 Refuge. There is no refuge, kiddo.
Refund.
Refund. Refund.
Refund.
Refund.
Refund.
Get a refund.
Refund road trip!
I forgot my...
Refusal. Refusal.
Refusal. Refusal.
Refusal.
Razor story, call, refusal. You're literally dragging me...
Refuse. 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 Refuse.
Of public officials.
I refuse to answer.
Live with them can't successfully refute their hypotheses.
Amen to that. Amen.
Regard.
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 I failed in that regard.
Regarding.
Regarding. Regarding.
Regarding.
Regarding.
Prison.
Regarding what?
Probably something.
Regardless.
Regardless. Regardless.
Regardless.
Regardless.
Regardless. I'm very grateful. I am nothing if not world-class.
Regime.
Regime. Regime. Regime. Regime.
Regime change. Isn't that what you...
Region.
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 Region. Region.
Mention anything about the Badula Kulp region.
Register.
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 Do this. Register.
Great, again.
Good luck tonight with that.
Regret.
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 Regular.
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 To the light. Pulse 88, regular.
Regulate.
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 Since they didn't regulate wire transfers, Panama was the perfect place for them.
Regulation.
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 Is short.
That's regulation.
New guidelines are being raised.
Rehearsal.
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 Time for rehearsal.
Rain.
Rain. Rain.
Rain.
Rain.
Solution comes the reign of terror.
Rein in that dog! All right. All right.
Reinforce.
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 PVC to reinforce the center cross support. No good.
Reject.
Reject. Reject.
Reject.
Reject.
Reject. Reject.
The freak.
A reject, a weirdo.
Relate.
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 Manuel, relay instructions.
Relation.
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 I know the names. Close friend, relation, workmate, tradesman.
Relationship.
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 This complicated relationship. There is love.
Relative.
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 Well, John, that's all relative.
Relativity.
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 Relativity and quantum mechanics.
Relax.
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 Just relax.
Relay.
Relay. Relay.
Relay.
Relay. Relay.
Relay.
Next relay.
Release.
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 Release. Detected. Release countermeasures.
Relevant.
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 The directives. Tracking relevant targets.
Reliable.
Reliable. Reliable. Reliable. Reliable.
72 hours to failure. Yes. That's a completely reliable figure.
Reliance.
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 Brief, Miss Bingham. You'll be arguing detrimental reliance?
That's correct.
Relief.
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 Friends. What a relief.
Relieve.
Relieve.
Relieve. Relieve.
Relieve.
Relief man passing. Relief man passing.
Religion.
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 Where?
Your religion.
Religious.
Religious.
Religious. Religious.
Religious.
Are you becoming religious?
Reluctant.
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 There we go.
Reluctant heart. All right.
Rely.
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 Rely. Rely.
Children, rely on me.
Remain.
Remain.
Remain. Remain.
Remain.
Remainder.
Remainder. Remainder. Remainder. Remainder.
What payment?
Remainder of the debt.
Remains.
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 Verbs. There remains. Traveling.
Remark.
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 There! Another insensitive remark! This time about the little...
Remarkable.
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 Joshua's made remarkable progress.
Remedy.
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 Remedy. Cute title.
What's Dad trying to do?
Remember.
Remember.
Remember. Remember.
Remember.
Remind. 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 Remind.
We remind them!
Birthday, Kimmy.
There's hardly any gastric remedy. What's your plan here?
A ruin why?
Remote.
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 Remote. Remote.
Park this puppy, will ya?
Activating remote assistance. Time.
Removal.
Removal.
Removal. Removal.
Removal.
Of an illness. Now, the tumor removal was successful, but we knew it could...
Remove.
Remove. Remove.
Remove.
Remove.
Never been there before. Remove them. Okay.
Renaissance.
Renaissance. Renaissance.
Renaissance.
Renaissance.
I'm a Renaissance man. Memorizing one quote does not make...
Render.
Render. Render. Render. Render.
He is going to render judgment.
Renew.
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 No. Let's renew our vows.
Yeah, that's why they hired us to renovate. Half the place burned out in about a month.
Rent.
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 I pay my rent.
Repair.
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 What?
All of us.
Repay.
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 Someday, I will repay you.
Repeat.
Repeat. Repeat. Repeat. Repeat.
Need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
Repeatedly.
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 Repeatedly. I admit this. Did I violate the Mann Act?
Unfortunately, those qualities repel women. They like guys who...
Repertoire.
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 Répertoire.
Can do it. She knows our repertoire. The quartet likes her.
Repetition.
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 Endless repetition.
Replace.
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 Replace. Replace.
You can't replace her.
Reply.
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 We await your reply.
Report.
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 Status report.
Reporter.
Reporter. Reporter.
Reporter.
Reporter. Three blonde.
You mean the reporter?
She is no more a reporter.
Represent.
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 Our cabinet back home. You represent our best. Our only real...
Representative.
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 Representative. Representative.
They'll be sending a representative.
But they already have.
Repression.
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 Oh, no, please, don't reproach yourself. Yes, motherhood.
Reproduce.
Reproduce. Reproduce. Reproduce. Reproduce.
Supposedly they can't reproduce, biologically.
Republic.
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 Assad. People's Republic. Uncle Sam.
Republican.
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 You're a Republican. That's it. Jen hates Republicans.
Reputation.
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 Only by reputation.
Request.
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 Jim Bob.
Note. Awaiting request.
It works the same.
Require.
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 Which require no signature.
Requirement.
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 Me. It's a job requirement.
You didn't say that about.
Rescue.
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 Locate Rescue Pod 13.
Research.
Research.
Research. Research.
Research.
Research.
My research is intensified.
Resemblance.
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 Thanking Judy. The resemblance is uncanny.
Resemble.
Resemble. Resemble. Resemble. Resemble.
Preposterous! I do not resemble C-3PO. Don't get me wrong.
Was it? You resent her luck. You're jealous.
Jealous.
Reservation.
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 Hotel. Reservation was canceled. Credit card didn't work either.
Reserve.
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 Your Honor, Mr. Waters reserved deployment orders.
Reservoir.
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 A ravine around a reservoir, but it helps to get a little...
Residence.
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 Hello, Martin residence.
Resident.
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 Robin Hatcher, our resident sawbones. Hopefully we won't see too.
Resign.
Resign.
Resign. Resign. Resign.
Maybe I should resign. We could have a...
Resist.
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 I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Resistance.
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 I understand your resistance, but I want you to tear down.
Resistant.
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 She's delusional, violent, resistant to treatment. She's determined.
And resolute. Let's see. Resolute twins.
Resolution.
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 Jupiter's largest moon taking high-resolution digital photographs.
Resolve.
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 Resolve. Resolve this. Produce your papers.
Resort.
Resort. Resort.
Resort.
Resort.
Commercials here. This is his resort.
Right. The force.
Resource.
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 You'll have every resource. What you won't have is my
Respect.
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 People deserve respect.
Respective.
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 To have relationships within their respective faiths. It's easier.
Respond.
Respond. Respond.
Respond.
Respond.
Anyone respond?
Response.
Response.
Response. Response.
Response.
Unlearned, involuntary, unconditioned response. Now,
Responsibility.
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 No responsibility.
Responsible.
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 Responsible. Responsible.
Missed him.
She's not responsible.
She thinks she is.
Rest.
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 Rest. Rest.
Let me rest.
No. Come on.
Restaurant.
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 Restaurant. Chinese restaurant. Something.
Restless.
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 Restless. Restless.
You God. Your mind is restless.
Restore.
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 Restore. Restore.
We just wanted to restore the balance.
Restrain.
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 You can't restrain yourself. You never could. Well, it's...
Restraint.
Restraint.
Restraint. Restraint.
Restraint.
I never follow through. It's called restraint.
That kid scared the hell out of me.
Restrict.
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 Market. I've decided to restrict investors' withdrawals until further notice.
Result.
Result.
Result. Result. Result.
Oh, size 10 results.
Resultant.
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 Resultant. Resultant.
His fondest hope was that the resultant device be bitchin'.
Resume.
Resume. Resume.
Resume.
Resume.
Resume.
Resume your post, Chief.
Retail.
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 She's in retail now.
I work in retail.
Retain.
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 Retain. Retain.
And seeks now to retain custody of her kidney. She has not said so.
Retention.
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 Strategies. The subject, audience, retention.
Not in the sense of retaining.
Retire.
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 Retire. Retire.
I know the feeling.
Retire it. Seriously.
What? No witty retort.
Retreat.
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 Treat.
Retreat.
Retreat! Retreat!
Retrieve.
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 Gentlemen, retrieve our savior.
Retrospect.
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 Well, I had it unconscious, but in retrospect, it's exhilarating.
Return.
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 You'll be gone, never to return. When is the last?
Reveal.
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 Reveal yourself.
Revenge.
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 What time is it?
Half past revenge.
Reverse.
Reverse. Reverse. Reverse. Reverse.
Reverse polarity of the turbine.
Review.
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 Head of felony review.
Revise.
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 Revise my statement.
Revive.
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 Revive. Revive.
Does that revive your memory? Orgon.
Revolt.
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 Revolt. Revolt.
They're calling it the Juror Revolt. It's unprecedented in
Revolution.
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 The new Aryan Revolution begins.
Revolutionary.
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 Revolutionary. Revolutionary.
Revolutionary vaccines.
Pete. Most doll lines revolve around infants. Is she dressing them like babes?
Reward.
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 Safe. No risk. No reward.
Rhythm.
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 Sinus rhythm. She's back.
Rib.
Rib. Rib. Rib. Rib.
For my efforts, a visible rib cage. I'm not kidding.
Ribbon.
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 Self. I got a ribbon. But no, you had
Rice.
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 I also wish there wasn't a mouse living in Rice Sheldon.
Rich.
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 rich. We're rich. Bloody hell.
Rid.
Rid.
Read.
Rid.
Read. Tom. Get rid of them. It's a riddle.
Ride.
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 Slow ride.
Ridge.
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 Ridge. Ridge.
Bushman. On the ridge.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Rifle.
Rifle. Rifle.
Rifle.
Rifle.
Miami prices.
Put the rifle down.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
Right. A chin?
Right. Right.
Rigid.
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 He disappoint you. He's cold, rigid, and
Rigorous.
Rigorous, 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 rigorous.
It's the profile. He's morally rigorous, submissive in public.
So we'll put an APB out.
ring.
Ring.
Ring. Ring.
Ring.
This ring, my grandfather's ring. Do not tell me.
Riot.
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 Prison riot!
Ripe.
Ripe, 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 ripe.
The time is, right.
Rise.
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 All rise.
Risk.
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 I'll risk it. Anything else I should know?
Ritual.
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 That's a lie, witch. De Balzac. The ritual.
Rival.
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 South Side. Also a longtime rival of this.
River.
River. River.
River.
River.
We're in a river.
Road.
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 What?
On the right.
Roar.
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 Little roar. Puh.
Roast.
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 Roast peacock. Romans couldn't.
Rob.
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 Go rob your bank. Go.
Robe.
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 Touch my robe.
Robot.
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 Good robot.
Rock.
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 Ooh, my rock polisher.
Rocket.
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 What is that?
It's a rocket.
Rod.
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 Once the rod loaded perfectly, the line formed a
Roll.
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 Well, beta testing, role playing. We go live at the end of the month.
Roll.
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 At 9 precisely.
Roll call.
To ensure that
Romantic.
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 Real romantic.
Roof.
Roof. Roof.
Roof.
Roof.
Your roof. Your rules.
Room.
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 Hang on. Conference room.
Or root.
We all root for you to be blessed.
Rope.
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 Grab the rope.
Rose.
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 Rose. Rose.
Rot.
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 Silent as rot.
Rotary.
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 Rotary evaporator. It's a tool that chefs use to.
Scissors do exactly.
They rotate things.
So what do? Spin plates with it?
Rotten.
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 Rotten. Rotten.
Destroys mostly.
You'll catch something rotten.
Rough.
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 Rough interview.
Round.
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 Don't know why?
Round one.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Roundabout.
Roundabout.
Roundabout. Roundabout.
Roundabout.
In a roundabout way.
Back to hell on wheels. Rouse those useless, drunken cavalrymen.
Yes, sir.
Root.
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 Root. Root.
Family to...
Wait. It's Route 41.
Hold, please.
Routine.
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 Routine. Routine is like rust.
Row, 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 row.
Yeah, back row. Ah, sorry.
Royal.
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 Your Royal Highness.
Royalty.
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 Bankers, industrialists, royalty.
Rub.
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 There's the rub. Undress.
Rubber.
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 Rubber. Rubber.
Actually, nothing but rubber gloves.
Rubbish.
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 Mrs. Norris.
Rubbish.
If I might, Headmaster.
Ruby of her cheeks reflect this light and veils her.
Rude.
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 So rude.
Rug.
Rug.
Rug. Rug. Rug.
Floor safe under the rug.
Ruin.
Ruin. Ruin.
Ruin.
Ruin.
You scheme. You ruin people's relationships. I mean, how do you sleep?
Rule.
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 I'm unstoppable? To rule the world? Dragons.
Ruler.
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 You, the ruler of France.
There's a rumor going around. The Commodore.
Run.
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 What? Run fast, run far.
Rural.
Rural. Rural.
Rural.
Rural.
He inherited a family compound in rural Virginia. Coordinates are on your phone. What else?
Rush.
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 His drop. Do not rush me.
Rust.
Rust. Rust.
Rust.
Rust.
Routine is like rust.
Ruthless.
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 Demanded a lean, ruthless business plan, and I don't think that the CEO...